Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation to speak at this forum, and thank you for the Institute of Central European Strategy, ICES, for hosting us. And first of all, I would like to pay respect to the brave military that are fighting for our freedom. Thank you. It is a privilege to be here today. This is my first visit to Zakarpattia, a beautiful region in the heart of Europe, which borders 4 EU member states. It makes this region a natural springboard to promote closer cooperation and alignment with Europe and European values. And it makes it very logical that an event like this today is happening in Zakarpattia to talk about Ukraine's EU accession process. Over the last decade, Ukraine has made impressive progress towards EU integration, especially in the last couple of years amidst the Russian full-scale invasion, which is an impressive achievement. We see that Ukrainians are clearly committed to the EU accession process. Russia's imperial aggression towards Ukraine's democratic future has only strengthened this resolve. The European Commission, the Netherlands and member states are ready to work together to create meaningful change and help Ukraine progress on its path to the EU. Last week, the European Commission published its annual enlargement report, assessing Ukraine's reform progress towards the EU. It clearly highlights the progress made across all of the Copenhagen criteria and almost all chapters of the acquis, the EU legislation. As the European Commission indicated, we look forward to further steps to be made next year, with the opening of the actual negotiations. While progress is being made, it is clear that there is still a lot of work ahead, which is very much understandable, as we are still at the beginning of the process. And while Ukraine's destination as a future member of the European Union is clear and undisputed, the journey to this destination will not be easy. It is a long and winding road, paved with occasional joy and perhaps even more disappointments. The end of this journey will be determined by the moment when Ukraine fully complies with the Copenhagen criteria and is ready to join the European Union. There are no shortcuts to this. EU accession is a merit-based process. This is in the interests of both Ukraine and the European Union. While Ukraine gets ready to join, the EU will also need to do its homework and reform internally to be ready to admit Ukraine into the Union. This will also take time. The rule of law and good governance are key components of Ukraine's EU accession process. Part of what we call the fundamentals, to which many EU member states, including the Netherlands, pay particular attention. Again, we see a clear commitment from Ukraine to make the necessary progress in this field, and we have seen important advances in the last couple of years. To improve accountability and trust in the judiciary, Ukraine is reforming its key judicial institutions and is in the midst of selecting new judges following improved procedures. In combating corruption, key institutions have been strengthened and are now achieving their best results in years, with investigating and adjudicating high-level corruption. This means that you will read more about corruption cases in the newspapers, not less. This is not bad news, it is good news. It shows that the anti-corruption system is working and making progress. At the same time, as in all areas, there is still a lot of work to do. Within the judiciary, as the European Commission highlights, there should be more focus on accountability of sitting judges to enhance public trust in the judiciary, which is still very low today. On anti-corruption, as the Commission points out, Ukraine needs to continue to address systematic corruption in the most relevant and high-impact areas. This also, understandably, will take time. As the Netherlands, we did not go through the accession process itself, as we were one of the founding members of the European Union. Regarding EU enlargement, we have always been and will remain strict, fair and engaged. Strict regarding the Copenhagen criteria, fair in allowing steps to be taken when progress is made, and engaged by supporting Ukraine whenever and wherever possible throughout this journey. And most importantly, the Netherlands is absolutely sure that Ukraine's destiny is within the European Union. I have come to Zakarpattia today, not only to attend this conference, but also because we are supporting ISIS to implement a project in Zakarpattia on strengthening the rule of law. Through our collaboration with the regional government of Zakarpattia, with whom I had the opportunity to meet this morning, we hope to strengthen good governance at the regional and local levels. For example, by launching a dedicated strategy and department for integrity and anti-corruption within the Zakarpattia Regional Council and Administration, which would be the first in the country at the regional level. If this is successful, Zakarpattia could serve as an example for the rest of the country and provide best practices. We therefore very much hope to continue our collaboration on this. It also emphasizes the importance we attach to regional and local governance and the necessity to continue the decentralization process in Ukraine. Also in the context of the European Union and the accession process, this is key. This is just one of the many projects supported by the Netherlands as part of our MATRA program, which aims to support EU accession countries and countries in the Eastern Partnership region. Everywhere in Ukraine, from Zakarpattia to Dnipro, we support civil society projects focused on strengthening democracy, the rule of law, and good governance. We are very glad to see the very proactive role of Ukrainian civil society in Ukraine's EU accession process. An active civil society is a crucial indicator of a functioning democracy. And in Ukraine, this is very much the case. To the government officials here present, I say please embrace and support civil society. They are the major driving forces for necessary reforms and change. With the active involvement of civil society and everybody's full commitment and determination, I am sure that Ukraine will continue to move forward towards its European destiny, steadily and surely. The Netherlands will continue to stand ready to support you in this. As our foreign minister said when he visited Kiev this summer, we are running this marathon together. Thank you very much.